are the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Good morning, Santa Barbara Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We welcome to join you every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all the people and all those wonderful businesses that support those athletes. Put your hands together. Woo! Yes! It never ends. I tell you, I don't know. I got this text before we left this morning, and it says, Erica, can you please go to my place and grab the lavender? So I did. Dominique Hackett, I brought in all these, but I go in, I didn't know what was growing in there, Dominique. I got these things, these lavender things. I want to tell you, if you don't know what lavender smells, I don't want to say what it looks like in your room, okay? And first of all, I don't like going in people's room, okay? So I went in really fast. How many people make the bed? I don't know. The room is spotless. Do you even sleep in there? What is up with that? I'm not kidding. It's like you were in the military. Like the corners are all tight and everything like this. You even got, I like the bear. What's up with the bear? Who puts a bear on? How old are you? 50? You put a bear on the bed? What is up with that?
My kids call themselves the Colbears.
Oh, Colbert! Okay, so talk to me about this lavender.
I love the lavender.
You got it. We're going to get it. What is this?
The thing about this studio is so huge that the lavender is just overwhelming the entire space.
Ronnie Sabazian, yeah, Santa Barbara Riders, put your hands together. Woo! You know, we had the quick little vote, okay, it was unanimous. We've got a new co-host, Ronnie Sabazian, put your hands together.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I'm so happy, and we're blessed to have you, Ronnie. How you doing?
You know, I'm doing great. It's been a great week, and we're excited to be here again, and, the audience is filled again. I just can't believe it.
That's it.
And they pay to come in here.
Yeah. Lots of love. All right, let's shoot back to the lavender. Talk to me, Dee.
So lavender has a lot of wonderful uses, but the thing that I like the best is it smells good. And when I breathe it in, it just makes me relax and it chills me out. So what I did was I had a very old lavender bush that really needed to be trimmed. And lavender likes to it likes to produce new growth every year. So if you have a big old bush in your yard, you can cut it back. And when you cut it back, you just take the bunches in your hand, wrap some string around it, tie it up, and then just let it dry for about 2 weeks. Now you've got a really nice bundle of dried lavender, and it smells fantastic. If you put it in your closet, it helps keep moths away, but its healings effect are just wonderful.
Nice. Dominique Hackett.
And if you don't have your own lavender plant or bush, you can get it at the farmer's market. There are several vendors down there that have it. And you know who introduced lavender was Rona Barrett up in the valley.
Really?
Wow. You're plethora of knowledge. Serious? I didn't even know. It's fantastic.
She has a farm up there, and
Really?
she raises lavender. She's still alive, isn't she?
Oh, yes.
That's terrible. That's awesome. I love that, Ronnie. Good job. That's why, you're a co-host. To your right, we've got my fave. How you doing, Dr. Scott, Noble Wellness Center?
Thank you, Erica.
All right.
Doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank
Excellent.
you so much.
So, normally you ask me at this point if I brought something for the day. And today, I want to make a little demarcation here about 3 words that we toss around, and it's kind of a spectrum. We've got prejudgment, judgment, and discernment. And the neat thing about these is they're very intertwined. However, prejudgment also relates to the word prejudice, and it tends to get us into trouble because if you already know everything, not only do you come off as a know-it-all, but you can't really take in new information without clouding it with what you are already sure of.
Why are you staring at me, Dominique?
Hey, we all do this from time to time.
Why are you looking at me for?
The important thing is to catch ourselves. But then there's judgment, and there's a word that gets thrown around with a lot of negativity sometimes, and yet if we don't make good judgments in our life, and if we don't look at things and make a choice about things, where we're going to end up? Probably, a victim of something. But if you make too harsh a judgment, then, you go the other way. So it's kind of a gray area with judgment, but it's certainly not all a bad thing, because good judgments lead to what we call call discernment. And discernment's one of the highest, real qualities to be able to piece through your life and take in information and make judgments about what's going on and take the highest road possible. And so, I think wrestling with these three concepts, what am I doing? What are the people around me really doing? And, it helps to sort things out a bit. So that's what I got for today.
That's really, really nice.
If you got a neck ache or a back ache, or if we want to talk to,
or if you want to just stay well.
Yeah, stay well. If you want to just stay well, we would find you where?
We're at 922 Carpinteria Street, across from Trader Joe's, just off the Milpas Roundabout.
That little tiny sign that says Noble Wellness.
Yeah, we're right next to the Rabobank, and great parking. Invite you all to come out and check us out.
Super.
Thanks so much. And if your head's not squared away, then your body's not going to get squared away.
That's right. Well, your head's where you carry your nervous system, your spine, and your central nervous system go down through your vertebral column. And if you're not sorted out there, then it's pretty hard to live life in an optimal way.
That's it. Dr. Sloane right now in the back. Yeah. Sloane is messing with my column right now.
The vertebral, what did you call that? The vertebral?
Vertebral column?
The vertebral column.
That's what protects your central nervous system.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. She's
Erica's getting a little loving
Getting a
over
little
there.
tight.
Can we burn this like sage?
Yes,
this
you
is
can.
Lavender, yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we can with it all do our thing through the house, and I'm so excited to be here today. I've got two guests. I've got Ben Clay representing Santa Barbara Dons basketball team. I'm looking forward. I've got a bunch of questions for him today, and the music component, my musical guest, Michael Handerhan. Guitar.
So we have any? You've posted many things on Facebook. You got anything coming up for the end of May?
End of May. What is not happening in the end of May?
Nothing.
There's so much I can't even think. The most exciting thing as I go into the summer, actually, are continuing to support TV, teen sports radio with guests and thinking about the fall. But I'm also starting a TV show, teaming up with TVSB. They kind of have the same thing going over there. Nonprofit. I've got a show. I'm trying to weave in the music component with the sports. Maybe we should do some overlapping love.
Nice.
Teen sports radio, TVSB. I don't know what it looks like. I just know it's all there.
She's a famous femme fatale now. Yeah, she's famous. All right, hey, listen, let's take a short little break. We've got a big show today. This is Erica Salda. It's go time. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Dominique, where else can you find us?
We're on YouTube, Instagram, the internet, teensportsradio.com.
Awesome.
And Twitter.
Let's call surround sound. Awesome. Hey, all right. Dr. Scott Noble, who'd you bring in the house today?
Well, I've got David Yale here, and he's back from last week when... yeah, give that guy a hand. Because we got cut off a little bit at the end, and we are talking about a high-caliber guest here. This man has a lot to share with us, so we've got a nice slot here today. As an intro, David is a National Science Foundation Fellowship recipient. He's the director of a local nonprofit that he calls Techsploration. He works with the STEM program for local youth, and he is currently running his program out of SBCC. David, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Scott. Good to be back.
It's great to have you back. So we started with this last time, but why don't we get a little context here? What does STEM stand for?
Yeah, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And a lot of people like to put the art in there because art's important. So then it'll turn into STEAM. But I wasn't thinking that when I made the whole thing up. So.
All right. So STEM or STEAM as it is. So what is the main emphasis of your project? You know, where does the rubber meet the road with this one?
Well, you know, there's several components. The biggest thing is that most people who become STEM professionals in the future make their minds up about who they are when they're really young, it turns out, before they get into the hormones and stuff kicking around in middle school and high school. So we need to not neglect that. And at the same time, there's not a lot of people doing stuff and fixing stuff on their own, so kids don't get exposed to it. They get this message, hey, don't touch my cell phone because you'll break it and I don't know how to fix it, or don't unplug the TV.
Right.
And then at the same time, you have the city college students who they're trying to become professionals and they need a place to be the expert. And so here's an opportunity for them to go be the expert and help out kids. And there's a beautiful synergy there where they, for once, get to be the expert.
Right. There's nothing like perpetuating education, like teaching somebody else what you already know. It juices everybody up.
Exactly. And those city college students come from those elementary schools for the most part. And so there's like familial relationships and ties, and there's all kinds of interesting intersections that can happen there.
That's cool. And, we were talking a little before about how the kids that tend to open up the toaster or want to take apart the microwave. These are our future scientists. And if not, they're our scientists, then these are the people that are actually repairing our things in the world. They're our engineers. A lot of those jobs, I mean, this is what runs society. So this can't be underplayed here.
No, not at all. And it goes beyond what you said. It's a really good point. But there's also girls that maybe get from their family that, oh, you're supposed to play with Barbies or you're supposed to play with girl toys,
right,
which I don't have a problem with. But when they get exposed, when they get the opportunity to try something different, they might really discover.
Hey, if you open up a computer, you find the motherboard.
Well, what's so fascinating is we have all these forces in nature that we sort of take for granted. We've got gravity, and we've got the cycle of day and night, and so on and so forth. But when you start taking things apart and actually seeing how they work, you get to learn about centrifugal and centrifugal forces. You get to learn about other forces that are happening all the time that we may not be aware of.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so danger note, safety caution note here, but there was a microwave by the dumpster. And so my son and I just took it apart the other day, and there's a danger there because there's a big capacitor. But when you get it all apart, there's these two giant magnets that are in there that are really cool and round and really fun to play with. And they can be repurposed for other things that are just glorious.
So, question, are you running a summer camp, or where does this actually take place? It's for kindergarten through 6th grade, STEM enrichment. Is it on where does this take place?
So it's multi-leveler, and the current incarnation is that what we do is we bring it as a one-day event to local elementary schools. We've been doing it for about 4 years, and this year we've expanded into 2 more schools in Santa Barbara, always looking for more schools. And to keep it sustainable, what we do is we enroll parents who really have the time and the energy to each contribute about an hour apiece to organizing the event, and they reach out to the local community who has expertise and all the toys that they can bring in. So we could reach out to a plumber who can bring in plumbing supplies, a security installation person, maybe somebody who has like some chemistry experience. We can reach out to the parent and broader community to come in and do stations that the kids can interact with and see things that they've never seen before.
And they get exposure to, what's behind the scenes of some of these professions. Not too many people think, I want to grow up and be this, unless they have some exposure. And, you give them that, and the palette gets wider for their future.
Absolutely. We have firemen come, and the firemen will bring all of their gear, and the kids get to put on the fireman uniform and the fireman hat and get to experience and really with authentic things. And they get to have an electrician come in and really see that. And there's another cool synergy, which is where the people who come in get to be honored for what they do, and they can be something like a car auto body painter, and the kids' joy is just so contagious that they feel better, and it's like, I matter. What I do is cool.
That interconnects our community, eh?
Exactly.
If people want to get involved and contribute on the teaching end, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, definitely contact me, and I don't know if you want to say that over the air.
Absolutely, give yourself a plug.
So so my email address, if you want to get a hold of me, is david@techsploration.org. So Techsploration is tricky spelled, I realize now, where it's TECHSPLORATION, and I'm sure you'll put it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, website.
We got links for you.
I have a question, David, regarding how do people, besides what you just told us, is there a schedule that you have? I mean, they'll find that out from your website, and so if people want to get involved, how's the best way to find you, other than what you just told us?
Well, that's a great question. I'm not very good at updating my website, so it's got information on it, but I think it's a little bit dated at this point. So get a hold of me, and then we'll go from there. I have tons of energy. I'm hypomanic, and the City College students are just incredible students to work with. So reach me, and we'll set the whole thing up.
Because I believe this is a great opportunity for people to get involved with your program, help you out, and see this thing grow throughout the community. And once they make contact with you, then you can work out what kind of schedule for them to come be a presenter or actually be a part of it.
Absolutely. And you know, it's really fun to participate in, to see the kids. You can have as much or little that you want to belong. I mean, really what I need is to move from like a one-man band into like funding, and where I can have somebody who's really helping out create the program.
Hey, put your hands together.
David, thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Well, if you heard it all here, if anybody can help out, just contact me, contact the show. We'll definitely give it out to David. And David, I want to thank you very much. I love what you do, and please reach out to us, and we'd love to have you back as many times as you want. Okay.
It's such a
Great,
wonderful
thank you.
message that curiosity should be explored and supported instead of crushed.
Yeah, promoting
Thank you.
curiosity. Bravo for that.
All right. Hey, we got to take a break. It's go time. Dr. D's looking at me with those eyes. We got to take we got to take a break. It's Erica Salda, Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. Who can help me? All right, Dominique, you're the one who's least paying attention. Where else are we?
We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Teen Sports Radio. Oh, Twitter too. Teen Sports Radio.
Now we're doing harmony.
That's nice. Little duet going on right here. This is nice. All right.
Should be
In the
a rock
house,
show.
put your hands together. Angela Miller Bevan. Of course, I asked her right before and I messed it up. Marketing and Development Director for Fairview Gardens, our organic grocery store. Put your hands together.
Love Fairview Garden.
I know.
Thank
and she
you.
brings this big basket. She totally killed me last time she was here. And you didn't bring, I don't see any cliff notes. Anything that you give me to identify, it has to have, it's not itemized.
No, the whole point is that Erica's
right.
learning about all her fruits and vegetables.
Here we go. Passing it around.
I just want to know,
Boom.
is
Here,
the
pass it
basket
around.
edible?
There you go. Yeah.
You can go ahead and try.
All right.
Good luck with that.
I don't know.
Oh, these are great. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to guess it's a radish.
Those are French radishes.
Well, we didn't say country.
Yeah,
Sacre
close
bleu.
to it. But we played around with this next one. I want you to look at it and see if you can figure it out from looking at it. Because we had some people
Do
trying.
you have any dressing? Like ranch? Oh.
Thousand Island, maybe? Roquefort?
You already know.
French.
Blue cheese?
I wanted Erica to try and figure it out, so she has to
last-
taste it.
Those French things have lasting aftertaste.
now
Okay,
that's
this
some
is a
good
leafy
stuff.
green.
Oh, that's delicious
It's
stuff.
like,
I've had some.
okay.
It's very, very good. Take a big bite.
I don't know.
No, just
Big
a
bite.
tiny little
No,
piece.
I'm afraid to tell. I'm tasting it right now. It's tasty. It's very tasty, actually. It's,
Wait
oh,
for it.
God, aftertaste.
Wait
Not
for it.
tasty. Oh, bad. Bad. You could have said, don't eat that. Oh, not bad.
You know what goes well with this, though, is a little Parmesan, maybe some
Yeah.
olive oil,
you
some
know-
Bragg's.
Here, taste it.
That is
Yeah, yeah.
arugula.
Sounds
I had
great.
this already.
Did
I
you?
had this
How
on my
come you've
salad.
got a smile on your face?
I
Oh,
had Parmesan cheese and olive oil.
Right.
What is it?
But if you take the arugula and you put it on a pizza, just
This
a
is
little bit,
arugula?
yeah, it gives it a little peppery taste.
but that mine doesn't taste like that. Is that like Spanish arugula?
that's
I mean-
because your arugula probably isn't from an organic farm.
Wow. You're probably right.
Because if you do an experiment and you get a fruit or vegetable from an organic farm, and then you get one from your local grocery store that's not organic and has had pesticides used on it, you will notice that they taste totally different. They are not the same at all.
Okay, because I love arugula salad, and that does not taste like, not even close. And I loved arugula salad, but I don't know if I could eat.
That's a much stronger peppery arugula. There's different kinds, and that is a little bit more of. I love
Dominic
that one though.
Yeah, this particular arugula is really good as a pesto. When you mix in the Parmesan, you mix in the pine nuts, a little bit of olive oil. It's fantastic.
Okay, guys, I'm getting hungry. Okay.
Nice. That's
Angela,
fantastic.
one of the things you mentioned was the freshness of organic or locally grown. It's really important because sometimes our fruits and vegetables are picked before their time, before they're ripe, and because there's transportation involved.
Correct.
And we got to keep that in mind. If you get it locally and fresh, it's going to be so much better, so much different for you.
Well, at Fairview Gardens, what we teach everybody, we teach kids all over from our community, plus adults, about sustainable living, about learning how to grow your own fruits and vegetables in your own backyard. Eventually, these are the ways that we're going to cut down on disease and sickness and illness, because it's been proven that if you eat produce within a certain amount of distance from where you live, you will be healthier. And so that is something that we are trying very hard to educate all of our community about. And also other kids from outside of our community, because we do have an apprentice program where we teach kids. They come and live on the property for 6 months and they learn about organic farming and soil.
That's so fantastic, because being healthy is, that's what life's all about, having a good time. And so
I just saw something that was on TV, and they were doing something in Las Vegas where they were having all these people talking about sustainable, living and growing and food and how important it is, and the main point was that it's becoming an in thing. People want to feel good. We all want to be healthy. And a lot of us just need to be educated on it so that we can get to that place of being healthy. And
the wealth that is available to all of us is feeling good.
Right.
Wellness.
Right. Okay, I'm going to go into another song right there. Feeling Good. Was it Fifi? No, I can't remember the melody. Listen, true story. The school frequently calls me if my son has been tardy or missed a class. They do that automatic thing. Not that he said. But I get a call the other day, and it is about a class. They have a nutrition expert and eating coach, someone coming into Santa Barbara High School. Do you remember, Ben, do you recall who this is coming in to talk about eating habits and nutrition with families and all you kids? Do you recall who this person is?
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
You heard something?
Sure what the person's actually name is.
I can't remember either, but it's the first time I've ever heard anything like that. They're bringing in experts to talk about food, eating correctly, eating disorders, all of the psychological stuff around food.
We have actually partnered with American Heart Association and are actually currently working on a program on child obesity with AOK. And the AOK program, American Heart Association and Fairview Gardens, have been going into the schools to teach them about where their food comes from, how to eat healthy, and how to learn about what child obesity is and how to not let that happen to them.
This is so important and so timely, and it makes me so hopeful for where we're heading.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. I have a college-age student, and I also have a 8-year-old son who is in elementary school here locally, Roosevelt.
Little plug.
But my other son has been through St. Raphael's and Bishop and now is at City College. And it's so encouraging to know that over the years of going through education in Santa Barbara County, where we're coming from and where we're going. Mm-hmm. Because now is the time to teach our children where they should be with their eating habits and their health, and to cut down on all these horrible diseases and illnesses and sicknesses that are out there.
Wouldn't it be nice? I'm sorry, go ahead, Dee.
I know you have an event coming up soon that I'm looking forward to.
It's May 19th. So what do we got going on after May 19th? June, July? What do you got for the future?
June 9th, we have the Farm to Table Dinner, which is going to be awesome. Chef Clark Stobe from Full of Life Flatbread is coming down, and he is very well known for doing outdoor dinners that are out on properties for like 50 to 200 people. So I'm so excited. He has his own pizza oven that he doesn't just cook flatbread. He also cooks all these different courses. And so we're doing that. And then we'll be having a wine pairing with Refugio Ranch Vineyards. And Scoops will be doing our dessert. She's going to make a special sorbet for us. But the exciting part is that all the produce is going to come from our farm to go to this dinner.
How much is that event?
It's $150 per person.
Nice.
And it's everything.
Fundraiser?
Your drinks. It's a fundraiser for Fairview Gardens.
Awesome.
So that is one of we're planning on having 2 this year, one in October and then this one in June.
You doing anything with music at that event by any chance?
We are. We are having
music lined up.
We do, but we might be able to talk about some other ideas.
Pairing,
that we have.
as they say.
Pairing. Some music
That's it.
pairing.
Yeah, that's nice. We've got a minute left. Tell us the vision. We've shared a lot over the phone, because we're very tight. But what's the vision of Fairview Gardens? Because I'm excited about it. And how can we help?
The vision is so exciting because we're a nonprofit organization. We're 12.5 acres of organic farm. We're an education place. But the great thing is that we're a public land trust, which means we will always be a farm. We have a building on our property, a farmhouse that was built in 1895. That is a landmark also. So we are moving forward with redoing that house so that it can be enjoyed by future generations. We're also building, we'll be building a new barn, moving some other houses onto the property so that we can have more events there and we can do much more education in our community.
We got Ronnie here with Santa Barbara Riders.
All right.
I know he wants to be a part of helping something happen.
That's going to be a great opportunity for the community to get involved and more people learn about what's going on out there because, I was born and raised on a farm and, I just take all that for granted. But, we need to teach everybody that doesn't have that in their background or in their DNA what it's all about, and that's a great opportunity for people to learn about Fairview Gardens.
You need to go to Cody's on Wednesday at
and
6
talk to us about that.
And talk to Santa
I would
Barbara
love
Riders
to.
about that.
Just down the road from you.
That's it.
But you have to realize is that a lot of children I still come across every day that think that their food comes from a place that you walk into where the doors open automatically and their moms and dads drive them there. And that's, we need to continue to,
Kids think they go up to a teller. It's just like they're giving out free money all the time.
Is that why my kids think my wallet is an ATM machine?
There you go. Angela Bevan Angela Miller Bevan, put your hands together.
Thank you.
Marketing and Development Director of Fairview Gardens. Again, if you want some more information, you contact the show, contact me personally, or just call Fairview Gardens. We need your help out there. God bless Santa Barbara. We got to take a little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. Well, it's awesome when you meet somebody at a birthday party and then all of a sudden you're handed this envelope, and I'm going to open up this envelope because, wow, we've got a business ad here, Arthritis Walk. Hey, the Arthritis Walk right now, this is awesome because the month of May is all about arthritis. We have a wonderful donation from Sonny Weiss. Put your hands together. Yoga instructor in Santa Barbara. You make a grand opening entrance here when you give somebody a check. I love that.
Well, thank you, Erica.
This is so nice. I don't even know what to say. This is exciting. They're going to love you.
Well, thank you. It's my privilege.
Aww. It's so nice. I mean, after all of the nonprofits, it's just kind of like, she goes, I want to help, I want to donate. I go, you pick. So when I opened up this envelope, I'm like, ooh, we have, I don't know how many nonprofits, 15, 16 nonprofits right now. How do you like that?
And growing.
I think it's great. I'm
You
glad
like that?
Sonny's here.
Yeah.
We just had gardening, and now we've got yoga.
See?
And we're going to have music and a basketball player. This is one hell of a show.
I told you, it's Seinfeld meets The View. I don't know. It just comes together, right?
I like that.
This is fantastic. All right, I'll ask the first question, but, I met you, Sonny, at Chris and Kesey Bella had a surprise birthday party, and you were there, and we hooked up, and it was awesome. How much we love Chris. Chris and Kesey Bella, huge supporters. Yay! Huge supporters. supporter in this community. Anything I ask Chris, she just totally comes through. But let me ask you this, because yoga, I mean, when you told me how old you are, and you're like, I don't go by age at all because, I'm still 10. But, I mean, you're amazing, okay? I mean, I would have knocked 10 years off of what you said. So is it all yoga, or is it good genes, or what? Because this is I'm telling you, amazing.
I think you covered everything today. The organic food, good spine with a doctor in the beginning, and
like chiropractic.
Yes,
care.
yes, and keep smiling. There's a lot of smile here, and yes, one thing I encourage is you are to move your body, and you are responsible of your body. So it's not just yoga, lifestyle of eating, good habit of good food, and consistent stretching, yoga, moderate running, do something with your body. We tend to take care of our car more than our body.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you. How did you begin your yoga practice? What was the beginning of that journey for you?
I was a runner for a long time, many years, 50K or 30 miles, and exhausted my body, depleted. I couldn't move. And I wasn't quite smart. And friends' advice, go try yoga. I said, really? Just really easy yoga? And I didn't believe it. It was most challenging practice I have ever practiced, my first one. Then I got hooked. Yes, I got hooked.
Yeah, to me, the amazing thing about yoga is it makes you use muscles in your body that you're not used to using, and you don't realize you have, or maybe you did have great muscles when you were a kid, but now you're older, or you did something like one particular sport and it didn't balance out all the other muscles in the body. But yoga just addresses the whole body.
Well, we had a chiropractor who talked about the skeletal, the vertebrae. We have skeletal, the ligaments, the muscles, the fascia, and the skin. So we're working inside out. On top of that, most importantly, you're adding oxygen, the breath. And they all have texture. Is it relaxing breath? Are you afraid? Are you stressed? Add more breath. So take all in and exhale.
So we did it. Oh, sorry.
Sonny, I have a question. When someone wants to get involved in yoga, what is the best way to start learning how to do yoga? What's the best way? How should someone start? I mean, go to a class or get with an individual instructor? What do you suggest?
Just find a studio that you feel comfortable, the time that works for you. Just show up, stand on the mat, feel that sensation, and find yourself. Sometimes they have a mirror, sometimes they don't. I will train and certify in Hatha Yoga and many other yoga training. I love learning, and I think I'm a valuable teacher, and I love to give to especially young people because they have the range of motion and fearless. They're the perfect people to introduce yoga.
So you have a studio?
I don't have a studio of my own,
okay,
but I teach at a studio in Santa Barbara.
So if people wanted to take a class with you, do you have like an introductory thing that you do with people
Absolutely.
Privately?
Our studio has it, and I personally will do privates myself.
I would have to do the private because I've gotten kicked out twice. I need yoga 001. That's what I need. I'm not even in the one class, right, Dominique? You're laughing the hardest right now. Well, I can't even follow the video, okay? I'm over the video.
You know, I'm with you on that because I've tried yoga a few times, and I really think it's something that can help me, but I've always felt out of place because there's all these people doing things that I could probably never do. Or if I could, it's going to take me a lot longer. So it's a little intimidating when you walk into some of these yoga studios and people are standing on their heads.
Yeah, but if you get dialed in with the right program and the right teacher, and I'm still very new to yoga. I started about 3 or 4 months ago, and I taught yoga. And first of all, not an easy thing to do. I was amazed at how challenging it can be, but I'm just going at my own pace. What is more surprising to me is the flexibility and my range of motion, and even just in a simple stretch, I can actually adjust my back myself. You hear the little, or you did get the, three-legged dog going, and my hips are all adjusting themselves. But I'm sleeping so much better. I'm so much more relaxed. I leave, and I go look for my Om. Right, phone Om.
Oh, I like.
Remember
that.
E.T. phone Om.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing, favorite thing about yoga is that you feel comfortable in your body. Can you say more about that?
Absolutely. Just remember, yoga has been around for thousands of years. Mm-hmm. In America, we are very into quick fix. Mm-hmm. You must be patient, and that's what we want to instill in our young children. Not a quick, but in time. You will have fabulous body. You don't have to worry about, am I going to be fat, slim? As amazing Guruji, teacher, Patabi Joy said, do yoga, all will come to you. Mm-hmm. It seems so simple, sounds simple, but it's true. Practice consistently. Don't let someone intimidate you, because you are very, very special in that body. Take care of it. Don't ignore that sound. Don't turn up the radio louder and go, well, that'll go away. It won't go away. Your body wants to heal. Keep stretching. Keep breathing. Hydrate.
How do we get a hold of you, Sonny?
Call Erica.
It's true, though.
I think that's some great advice and good information, and I think it can help everybody. And I know I haven't been here long enough to say this, but I think you may have a new co-host.
Well, all we got to do is everybody's got to put their hand in the air. That's how it works here. It's energy. It's just wild. I love it. But listen, put your hands together, Sonny Weiss.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We're welcome back anytime. I love everything that you're doing, and I've actually made some phone calls, and you are definitely the real deal. I mean, you walk it and you talk it, and it's awesome, and you love kids, and that's what Teen Sports Radio is about. So again, one more time.
Thank you.
All right, we got to take a short break. We've got some athletes waiting patiently. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. This is the last section, and if you just turned in, oh, you're killing me. You got to set the alarm. How could you miss it? This is a powerhouse show. Sloane Reali
in the house.
Dominique Hackett. All right. All right, I'm not going to even...
Hey, what about me?
I know, that's why I said Ronnie is in the house. Yeah, Santa Barbara Writers. All right, of course, we're nothing about Dr. D because, he does the show pretty much.
He's the magic man. Oh, yeah. Where's the magic man?
Wow. He's blushing.
Look, I can only handle one nickname at a time, okay?
Dr. D Magic Man. I like it. All right, who did you bring? You brought a couple. You brought an athlete. You got to sing. You got the whole thing. Like
I'm trying to cover all of the different places. The next guest that we have in the studio, Mr. Ben Clay. Can you stand up just real quick again?
Oh.
Okay. Basketball player, right? Santa Barbara Dawn. I'm in towels. I even have my high heels on.
Up to his belly button.
And I know it's radio. How tall are you anyway?
About 6'5".
Oh my goodness. How long have you been playing basketball?
Since I started in the 7th grade, and I've worked my way up since then.
All right. And you're a junior, 11th grade this year, playing for the Dons.
Yeah.
Can you share some highlights with us? I know Erica's got a bunch of questions about the season, and it was very exciting. And you can do a shout out to some of your teammates if you like at some point.
All right. Some highlights. Well, I'm going to start with my career. Started in 7th grade. That's pretty much when I first played organized basketball. I wasn't the best, but I worked hard, and then I got to high school. I played frosh on my freshman year, and then the varsity coach gave me one of the greatest opportunities that I could have, and I felt, and he let me play with them during the summer. So I got to play varsity as a sophomore, like coming in sophomore through the summer. And
was that our Andy Gill?
Yeah, Andy Gill.
Andy Gill!
He's not even here. He's still getting the kudos.
Yeah, it was under Andy Gill. That's one of my favorite coaches. Like, he's always energetic and is just a great person to be around.
Well, if I looked at you, I'd be energetic too. I'd be looking up and say, "Thank you, God."
And then,
that's it.
And then I played on varsity for my sophomore year, but then this upcoming year, this last year was my junior year. I became a captain as well as a starter, which was one of my high goals.
Sweet.
I got second team Channel League, and I got second team CIF.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness!
Yeah, very
All right.
Some awesome accomplishments.
Now, I have a question. You know, we see a lot of things going on in sports, especially professional sports, even the college level and the high school level, where, you know, people respond to their positions and to their abilities in different ways. Some people are very outspoken about it. Some people are humble about it. If you were going to pick a pro basketball player that you would want to emulate, who you look up to as a role model, who would you pick?
Good question.
Oh, that's a great question, actually.
I know. Thank you. That was my question. Just kidding. I'm teasing you. That was a brilliant question.
You need to be a little quicker.
It's a brilliant question.
Actually, I would actually have to say the aggressiveness of Michael Jordan and Kobe.
Nice.
But the humbleness of KD, because he is a very humble, outspoken man. He gives all his props to God as well as his mom, and as do I. And I actually received the Phil Womble Award from the Round Table for ethics. And that was a great honor to be given. I was very ecstatic.
That was the biggest of all the awards.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, really.
Thank you.
Because now you're a mentor. That's awesome.
Yeah.
For the upcoming freshmen, kids to look up. That's fantastic.
It was actually my freshman year. I had some underclassmen and undergrad kids, so I'd go back when I had time, and I'd coach them for PAL basketball. We made it to this. We got second in our championship game. We were actually up by 15 or 20, but they just kept playing. They were having fun, but they didn't really take the game really serious until the time went down. So we lost a little bit on that.
Give a couple of shout outs to some of your teammates, because then you got your bro, another Santa Barbara Don guy. He's got a guitar and he's tuning it up. He wants to give us some. He's going to bless us with a nice song here that he wrote.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Bolden Brace, Chris Wagner, Andrew Fay, Max Henderson, and the rest of the squad.
Yeah. Any predictions for next year?
Oh, we're going all the way.
I like it.
We've heard it here first.
That's it.
All the way.
Who else do you got here? Sloane.
Next up, we have Michael Handerhan, who technically actually isn't a Don. He's new to Santa Barbara about the last year. Came out from Pennsylvania. He's going to City College, taking some classes up there in music. Tell us a little bit about your journey, Michael.
Well, I'm a second-year college student. I went to school back in Pennsylvania and didn't do so well. And my aunt and uncle actually got a hold of me, and they live here in Santa Barbara, and they were so gracious to offer their home to me to move out here and come to the school.
Nice.
Which is, City College, number one community college in the world, or in the nation,
on
the planet. Yeah, exactly.
What classes are you taking at City College right now?
Well, I'm waiting to get residency, so I'm not taking a full load.
Okay.
But I have sound recording, electronic music, and technology for musicians.
Beautiful. He's been doing a lot of performing around town and with my group.
Woo, I wanna
and
hear
he
it.
is going to close us out with, I think it's an original piece.
This is called 10 Feet Tall. Drove across the South about a day or two. Traveled on the road just to make you happy as the rising sun. Took the 40 couple miles or so, sunsetting on the golden plains below that I am alone for the ride. it's alright. I don't mind. We'll make it through another night. 'Cause I am with you, and the world doesn't seem so small, and you make me feel I can grow about 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall.
Woo! Yeah! Wow! I don't know what to say.
Thank you.
How can people find you, Michael? We're working on your Facebook page right now, yeah?
Yeah.
How can we find you?
Playing at some bars around town. I got a show coming up on Friday, 4 at Break Time. Goleta, be there. It's happy hour. It's a fun thing.
All right, break time.
Anytime you want to come back, Michael, we love you. Santa Barbara, we got to go. See you next week.
'Cause I am with you, and the world doesn't seem so small, and you make me feel I can grow about 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall.
Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
You're the best around.